Good day, good day, good day, and welcome to the Trash Picture Show, guys. Today, I am back with another awesome figure that gorgeous girl from New Mexico, Jen Mitchell, sent me for Christmas. And today we're going to be looking at the Neca Universal Monsters Invisible Man Dr. Jack Griffin Ultimate Action Figure. Now, guys, as you know, I am a horror fan. I do adore the Universal Monsters, particularly the Invisible Man. Larry, who is another awesome collector, he is big into his Creature from the Black Lagoon. For me, the ultimate Universal Monster has to be the Invisible Man. The direction by James Whale, it's fucking stellar. But what really fucking sells this movie for me is Claude Rains. This guy has to use his voice to portray a character who is both diabolical and brilliant, and he does it so fucking well. The dude is either covered in bandages or doesn't appear on screen, but Claude Rains gives such a fucking dynamic performance. You were glued to the fucking screen the whole time, and it is a stellar movie. I don't know would I classify it as a horror movie. It's more like a comic book superhero movie where the hero neglected to turn up and all you've left is this really brilliant fucking supervillain, and that is down to Claude Rains. Again, James Whale done amazing direction. He knocked it out of the park. He did it with Frankenstein and he does it again with the Invisible Man. But for me, it's Claude Rains' voice and his persona and the gravitas from that fucking voice that really sells the character. And that is why the Invisible Man for me is my favourite Universal monster. But enough about the character, let's have a look at the figure. So, first off, you have this gorgeous artwork on the front of the box. The Invisible Man, you have Dr. Jack Griffin. He's unbandaging himself there in the conservatory. That's a kind of famous scene in the movie where he wants to scare or intimidate someone. And yeah, just the artwork is fucking amazing on this box. Flip it to the side here. There is a picture of the figure. Invisible Man, Universal Monsters. You got Neca, you got real toys there. Flip it to the other side. Another pose, Universal Monsters. Flip it to the back. The package got a bit banged up in the post, but still it is a gorgeous fucking box. And something I always love with these, collector friendly. Again, another picture of Dr. Jack Griffin in his smoking jacket and pajamas. And here is the figure with all his accessories. And by Christ, he comes with a lot. So yeah, I am going to pause the video here and we're going to take a closer look at this guy. Don't go anywhere. I shall be right back. And we are back, and here is Dr. Jack Griffin out of the packaging. So before we look at the accessories, let's have a look at the figure itself. So, moving up close here. And yeah, I gotta say, the sculpting on this guy is terrific. I mean, it is really nice. The level of detail on this guy is superb. The smoking jacket, the folds, they look gorgeous. The cravat in the pocket, really nice, sticking out of the pocket. And it's just really, really nicely sculpted and painted. Even the detailing on the bandages. You can really tell there's texture to them. Moving down here, you can see the sleeves of the pajamas coming out of the smoking jacket. And here also, you can see the pajamas. And it's just really nice. Really nice paintwork on this guy. I mean, even there, you can see the button on the nightgown. I mean, that is fucking superb. Articulation-wise, there is a bit of a restriction in the head. Not gonna lie, that's probably due to the scarf here, which I think can be removed. But you can get the 360 on the head. And again, there is a range of movement in the neck. It's just restricted by the scarf here. Good range of movement in the arms. Bit of stiffness, not gonna lie, there is a bit of stiffness in this guy. But it's Neca, so you've kind of come to expect that. There is a double hinge joint here and here. So yeah, you got a nice bit of range at the elbow. Now the sculpt is what's restricting it. I think it would go back further if it wasn't restricted by the bicep, but there still is a decent range of movement. Moving down, there's obviously going to be a restriction in the legs because of the smoking jacket, but they still did include a single joint, not a double joint. I suppose there's no point in putting a double hinge joint when the leg is going to be restricted by this. So that is one kind of drawback. But again, the smoking jacket was never going to really permit movement of the leg. Now, if they had made it a soft goods item, maybe, but at the same time, that would have just hiked up the price. There is a bit of a pivot at the ankle, not much though. It's fairly restrictive. Again, the paintwork and sculpting is gorgeous. The construction is a bit tight, but it's something I've come to expect with Neca. But you can get a nice bit of range of movement and posing with this guy. Accessory wise, he comes with a nice few accessories. Let's start with the heads. So here are the different bandaged heads, and we'll start with this one, and this is a more loosed bandaged head. You can see the bandages are kind of just folded over each other, not in the tightest fashion, but yeah, you can also get an expression, kind of, he's glaring, he kind of has a furrowed brow through the bandages. And again, the level of texture they put onto the sculpt is really nice. Again, that is some nice sculpting. There is a bit of a ball joint here in the neck, so you'll pop out the head from the neck and put this in instead. And there is a subtle range of movement, not much. That one's nice. There is a more neater version where the bandage is more tightly tucked in. And again, this is cool. I especially like the pins as well that are holding the bandages in place. And again, you have a limited, very limited range of movement there. A limited ball joint. But it's still nice. And again, I just like that. The level of detail. The next one I really do like, because this is where he's tearing off the bandages and essentially revealing himself and essentially doing it to intimidate someone he wants to coerce to his will. And it's pretty cool. I like it. Just the hollow inside. It's cool. That is nice as well. And as you can see, you still have the staples there, keeping the bandages together. And lastly, you have a looser variant of the bandages with the glasses. As you can see on the main one, the bandages are more tightly tucked, where on this one it's loose. So you could do a progression of him with the tight bandages, then the loose bandages, then him maybe taking off the glasses and changing the bandages. Again, really nice sculpting. That's cool. And the level of detail on this is nice. Just the glasses and everything. It kicks arse. Next accessory we have is one for changing out the heads. If you want to change out the head in the costume, you can remove the scarf and put the top part of his essentially pajamas or nightgown here. And yeah, so you would switch out the scarf here and replace it with this. So yeah, that's pretty cool. He also comes with some loose bandages as well that you can noose in around certain parts of this, and you can make it look like he's unraveling. And there's two pieces here. There's one in a kind of bowed knot, and then there's a loose piece here, so you can show him tearing off the bandages. And another accessory he has is this stack of chemistry books, and it's Advanced Chemistry and Physics. Professor Darnell is on the book. But yeah, again, Really nice, and they even put titles on the side. So you have lab experiments and scientist's handbook. And that's really cool. That's a really nice addition. Another accessory he comes with is a weapon. It's a fire tongs or fire poker. And yeah, I think he threatens someone with this at some point in the movie. I need to go back and watch it. It's so fucking good. I loved that movie. It was so good. And it was pre-Hays Code. So you could have him murdering trainfuls of people. He would derail. He'd cause trains to be derailed. He'd strangle people. He'd attack cops. And again, they could get away with it because it was pre-Hays Code. And fucking James Whale didn't give a shit. James Whale was a great director, a maverick, an outsider. Again, he was a closeted man in the 30s. And he just wanted to do whatever he could to buck the system. And I think Professor Pretorius from The Bride of Frankenstein and Dr. Griffin are embodiments of Whale. They're embodiments of the id that wants to escape. And yeah, again, it was just such a good fucking movie. Also, the other accessories he comes with are a bunch of hands. So these are the last accessories. And you have this hand here, clasping hand, that you could maybe put the books into. You've 2 fists here. Just balled fists there. So if he wants to go punching someone. You have him pointing. Again, he threatens some chap in the movie as well. And lastly, there's a clasping hand, which I think would be for the poker / fire tongs. And I'll just go in there. And again, really nice detailing on these. It's the leather gloves. That's really cool. So yeah, lads, that is the Neca Invisible Man Dr. Jack Griffin figure. I'm going to pause the video here, and when I come back, I'll compare him to another variant I got a while ago. So don't go anywhere, I shall be right back. And we are back, and there is Dr. Jack Griffin, aka the Invisible Man, in my castle diorama. And let's put another version of him to see how this version scales up. Let's put the Jeddah Invisible Man next to him and see how he scales up. And yeah, the Jeddah guy isn't as screen accurate and he's at a slight height disadvantage, but I do feel the Jeddah, for the price point and for the articulation, does skim ahead of this guy. What this guy lacks in detail, he makes up for in articulation and in range of movement. This guy though, he's got some fucking excellent accessories. He is beautifully detailed. As I said before, if you're going to go for an Invisible Man and you're on a budget, go for the Jeddah one. But if you're looking to spoil yourself and this is one of your favorite Universal monster characters, get the Neca version. I was lucky, my gorgeous girlfriend picked me up this guy and he kicks fucking arse. But what do you think, guys? Do you like the Neca version or do you like the Jeddah version? Let me know in the comments below. And also, if you are a Universal Monsters fan and want to check out some more excellent figure reviews, go over to my mate Larry's channel, aka the Horror Cat Dad. He does some excellent reviews. He reviewed this guy. He's got a superb review of the creature from the Black Lagoon. He does Alien, he does Predator, he does excellent Neca reviews, and he is a man to check out when it comes to Universal Monsters. But yeah, guys, my name's Martin. This has been the Trash Picture Show, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.